Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Reif. I'm the Director of Performing Arts at St. Andrew's School, and it is my sincere pleasure to introduce you to the upper school students of IB Theater and Honors Drama. Enjoy.
This spring, we worked together to create a collaborative theater project as one of our summative assessments for our course. Through this project, we actually devised our own piece of theater.
If you're not familiar with devised theater, what this means is that all members of our class work through improvisation, physical exercises, dialogue, and rehearsal to collaboratively write and create this performance. We researched different theater companies to learn more about styles and methods for devising theater, and then shared our research with the group.
We began our process by assessing our individual skills, interests, and approaches to theater. We then worked together to set an intention for this collaborative project, with discussion about desired impact and purpose. This statement was crafted around themes which are important to us, including friendship, comparisons, expectations, competition, and achievement.
We performed solo pieces, and then we moved on to write, refine, and perform original monologues. Some of us drew from our past experiences, and some of us chose to focus on our reaction to COVID-19.
Our primary intention with our piece is to open a dialogue about the universal experience of loneliness, and we also wanted to examine self-confidence and self-criticism.
Is something missing? Am I doing enough? These are questions we've asked ourselves frequently. We hope that our collaborative theater project sheds some light on our experience of growing up, complete with our many challenges and celebrations. Please enjoy.
Dear me. Hi. Although you're probably tired of hearing my voice, I think we don't talk that often, and I wanted to give you some advice, so here goes. Some days it might feel like nothing is working out. It might feel like the end of the line is getting more blurry the closer you get. And time seems to be slipping out of your hands faster than you can find the courage to hold on. And when certain unprecedented circumstances arrive, you have no control over, and it seems impossible to move on, take it one breath at a time. And maybe you're afraid that getting what you want might mean losing yourself, becoming someone you're not, like superficial or dishonest or those annoying people that leave empty cartons in the refrigerator. I mean, who does that? But whatever. Maybe you don't have to leave a part of yourself behind. Maybe you don't have to hide the fact that you pretend to be Lady Gaga's backup dancers when no one's watching. Who am I kidding? I'm never the backup dancer. I'm the main event always, but that's besides the point. The truth is, you're afraid you'll never change, that you're stuck with me. So I say, take it one breath at a time. And sometimes it's going to be harder to take that breath. Vultures that circle regrets and inhibitions. Who will I be? Could I have done something differently? Was that enough? Am I enough? And though you're not always what I asked for. And sure, you've made mistakes. Maybe you shouldn't have used your dad's cheap Gillette razor, but you and your legs have grown from that. Anyways, always fight to keep that flame alive and tell yourself, take it one breath at a time.
Life was much easier when we were younger. You could walk up to someone, shake snot-filled hands with them, and be their best friend. If there were any fights, they would be over in a matter of minutes. No one went home hating another person. Every problem would be solved sitting in a circle inside a treehouse. Why can't life be like that? Why can't life be like it used to be?
Well, actually, I think that if you took a hamster and a gorilla and put them in a room together, they would become best friends, and then they would write a TV show about them and call it
Gorilla and the Hamster!
Gorilla and the Hamster, yes, exactly!
Guys, I really think we need to figure out what we're going to do for the science here. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, I agree with her.
You always agree with her.
That's just because I have good ideas all the time. Is that such a bad thing?
Yeah, and the problem with that
Guys,
is...
come on, we've got to work together.
We could do a mac and cheese taste test.
I like that one. Very good idea.
Is it just because you're hungry?
What about, like, I don't know, a rocket?
There's no way we could build a rocket in 3 days.
Well, actually, I think
mean,
you totally
I have a better idea.
Guys, what about a baking soda volcano?
Baking soda volcano. Very interesting. All who agree, raise your hand.
Hey, what's wrong?
Are you okay?
Just promise that we'll always all be best friends no matter what. Okay? Promise? Okay?
What happened to the good times? When we weren't worried about grades and drama and the world ahead, and we just had fun. Can we ever get back to that point? Life is like a treehouse. You need a stable tree, rooted to the ground, with many different strong branches in order to keep the whole house from falling apart.
She took my phone. Now I'm just gonna have to... Wait. I haven't seen this in years. It's a scrapbook my friend gave me when I left New Jersey. For you, on your last day of your old life. Love, your best friend. I haven't talked to her in, well, it's been too long. Wow, we're going way back. I could not have been older than 3 in this photo. The duck pond. My mom would tell me when I was younger, I'd go to the playground at the duck pond, and at 5 years old, I'd go up to someone, introduce myself, and ask them to be my friend. This loud, huge personality was just bursting out of me. I even remember leaning across the table in 2nd grade and asking the new girl to be my best friend. 3rd grade. Yeah, that's when things started to change. Everything about me was the same, but the way that people treated me was different. Now, I didn't exactly look like all my popular friends. I was always a little on the bigger side, which made me an easy target. This girl decided that my best friend was going to be her best friend, and that I wasn't allowed to talk to her anymore. Now, this girl was the ringleader of the in crowd, and so whatever she did, everyone followed. When she started to tease me, it was a chain reaction. She called me fat. This one told me that my clothes weren't cool enough, and this one told me that my laugh was weird, and so on. My confidence was wrecked, but hey, at least I was still being myself. I know I can't exactly remember everything that happened in elementary school, but I remember how I felt, and that's what stuck with me. Now we're heading into middle school. It was a wave of loneliness, which is something I never experienced before. Yeah, my close friends were never far, but we didn't have very many classes together. I would sit with this friend group and this friend group and this friend group at lunch, but always at the end of the table trying to join in the conversation, but just not quite being able to. 7th grade. 7th grade was a year. It was a hard year, but I mean, I found a group of friends I knew I fit with, which was incredible. I could be myself around them, but being myself wasn't exactly like how it was before. It was a roller coaster that ultimately ended up with me moving here. Next page. Oh, new memories with New Jersey friends in Florida. It's blank. I was so lonely. I would go up to kids and introduce myself, and they'd walk away from me like they hadn't even heard me. Eventually, I found a small group of friends, which was amazing, but the things we were interested in were not things that would make you cool. I got constant comments hitting on who I was and what I was passionate about. Then we get to high school. The teasing starts to thin out. Still don't know where that crazy personality went, and I guess it's still there. It's just dim. It's even gotten to the point where I've been absent, and someone asked my friend where her shadow was. I know I can bring it back out again. I know because I've seen it happen before. Camp was the best thing for me at the best time. It showed me that I still had those pieces of me that I hadn't seen since 6th grade. But I'm afraid to bring it out at school. I'm afraid I'm going to scare off people, and I can't outshine the friends I already have with my personality, because then they get upset, and I can't be lonelier than I already am. I don't know what to do.
Could I ask you a question? I don't think you heard me. Hello?
Oh, sorry, you talking to me?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, we're a little nervous. We want to know if we can ask you a question.
It's no problem. Go ahead.
How do you do it?
What do you mean? Do what?
Sorry, I guess I'm just not good at communicating. I mean, how do you stay sane?
Pardon?
You do so much. You're better than us at everything. We've been having bets saying, I bet he can't do that.
And you do it! I was really impressed with the hot sauce juggling, by the way.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were secretly Superman or something with all that you can handle at once. I mean,
Come on.
what's up with that?
That's ridiculous. At best, I'm Spider-Man. Besides, Superman is technically a translation of Ubermensch, and I really don't want to get into
What do I mean? How do you know everything?
I don't.
Do you have a weakness?
Chocolate chip pancakes.
Are you a supervillain?
My sister might say so, though if I was, I'd be pretty bad at my job.
What's your secret?
I guess that I'm just sitting here.
What do you mean?
You guys think I have some amazing powers of foresight or omniscience? Nope. I'm here just like you, eating a grilled cheese because I couldn't stand lunch. And I didn't want it grilled, so I just melted some cheese on a bagel. And I didn't like the cheese, so I just took most of it off. And I dropped half of it. So I'm just scraping the edges of what I have left.
That's not some deep metaphor, is it? The bagel isn't our planet, right? The hole isn't the Earth's core. The cheese isn't the alien invasion that snaps our planet in half.
Nope. I'm pretty sure it's just a bagel covered with cheese.
Unless there's an alien life form living on the bagel.
True.
Guess it's a petri dish of germs right now.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was just checking. So now I feel a little bad for saying this, but can you not really make a grilled cheese?
You could have easily made a peanut butter and jelly.
Don't even utter peanut butter. Jelly, well, that fills my belly. Even a simple turkey on cheese, alas, does little to please.
I think we broke him.
Perhaps we're all broken in some way, and that's okay.
Oh, geez, the cheesy bagel got you too?
Well, it's been nice talking to you, but I've got to get to class. I have this weird split lunch schedule. I should probably throw this away. Wouldn't want to leave any cheesy messages in my wake. Hey, Brian. Are we still on? Oh. No, it's fine. I'm busy anyway. I got this stupid paper to write. Next week? Sure. No, I didn't hear about that. No, I wouldn't know anyone there anyway. Don't worry about it. I'm busy anyway. I got this paper. I'll talk to you later. All right. See you later, dude. Can't say I'm surprised. Certainly isn't the first time. It's fine. Wasn't going to be that much fun anyway. Am I boring? I like to think of myself as a laid-back, wacky dude. Maybe that's just how I see myself. Maybe my friends don't find me as interesting or funny as other people. Maybe I'm just a little egotistic son of a... My friends don't really have that much in common with me. No one really does. But that's not my fault. Or I'm not trying hard enough. Spend too much time by myself. I really do have to write this dang essay. I could wait till tomorrow. But if I don't do it now, then I make the same excuse tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and then all of a sudden I'll get a C, and there goes my perfect GPA. Well, I still have a B. But I have to get an A. I know I can get an A. If I didn't, who would really care? Heck, I'd be happier if I went to that party. Maybe. But that's momentary happiness. I'd rather suffer now so I can be happy later, have more friends later, have more money later. When is later? This is stupid. Hayden, you're talking yourself off a cliff. Just shut up, get to work, worry about this later. 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 So, what are you doing waiting around here?
Just waiting for the cast list, just theater things. What?
Oh, nothing. Just didn't think you'd audition.
You auditioned?
Of course. I auditioned Monday. You must have auditioned Tuesday.
So, who'd you audition for?
Jack Kelly. Who else?
Yeah, same. So what'd you get on the math test?
91.
Same.
How about that history test?
89.
Same.
English essay?
Ugh, a 72.
Ha!
Why? What'd you get?
73.
So, Jack Kelly. I don't know. I always saw you as more of a Finch, or maybe a Romeo.
Not really. I always saw you as more of a meta.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Nothing.
You just said I'd be good as a female character?
Not as good as I would be.
That's ridiculous. What are you basing that off of?
I'm basing that off your acting skills I've seen. They're kind of like...
Well, regardless, I think I'd still be better than you at that.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Here. He's playing Jack Kelly? Are you serious?
The guy who showed up late to his audition? Really?
Well, looks like we'll be in the ensemble together.
Looks like it.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Yes. I'm still gonna be better than you.
No,
you're not. No,
Well-
you're not.
Well, I can dance better than you.
No, you can't, but whatever. I can act better.
What?
The world expects you to be fine. After a life-changing event, the people in your life just expect you to keep moving forward as if nothing happened. You aren't allowed to show that you care. You aren't allowed to feel something. You aren't allowed to comment on it unless some higher authority decides to question it. You are deemed selfish if you try and take time for yourself. A teenager doesn't know pain. They don't know heartache or embarrassment or true joy because they've only been here a fraction of the time that we have. But in reality, we know. We know the trials and tribulations of growing up and experiencing pain and suffering and the joy that evolves from the sadness. We understand the idea of emotions. We aren't the perfect, emotionless robots addicted to our screens that the world makes us out to be. The expectation to be the perfect student and child and friend should be a disgrace. If we are told over and over and over again that practice makes perfect, what else do they expect us to do to be the perfect person they've always wanted us to be? Society has always taught us to strive for perfection. Shouldn't be that way, but it is. But when you think about it, what is perfection? Is it the ever relevant, ever intriguing hit TV crime show, Law and Order Special Victims Unit? I think it is. Is it waking up on a Sunday morning to feel the warmth of the sun on your face and realizing you have no real plans and can lie there for hours? Or is it looking and acting a certain way just to impress others? Perfection is a perception. Perfection is inhuman and robotic, and we should not strive for perfection. We should strive to do the best that we can without having to feel the pressure of society breathing down our necks. We should just be allowed to be.
I'm so bored. All right, well, I need to do something. Let's see here. Things to do. Okay, well, that's useless. I can't go skydiving right now. Thanks, Internet. Maybe I should call someone? No, wait, I can picture the conversation now. How's it going? Oh, you're bored? Yeah, me too. Awesome, so I'll call again in a few hours and see if anything eventful accidentally occurs. Bye. Here's an idea. I'll leave a pre-recorded message I can send to anyone that asks how I'm doing. Then I don't need to keep repeating myself. Then I can at least indirectly talk to someone. Yeah, I'll try it. Here goes nothing. Hi, I got the message you wanted to know how I'm doing, so I thought I'd leave you a message. And I'm alright, I guess. Nothing too exciting. Yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm just gonna say it. The year 2020 is stinky doo-doo. Alright, that's a little immature. The year 2020 is the worst year ever. Alright, that's a massive overreaction. It's trash. That's a minor understatement. Alright, the proper term's garbage. Garbage holds trash. This year contains a multitude of disasters. And I don't mean to be a grouch, but I don't even know what's going on anymore. My whole life's about to change, even more so than it has already, I mean. I'm going to be moving away pretty soon. Lived here all my life. I might not see anyone ever again. I was preparing myself for it to end, but I never got that end on my own terms. It was just severed off. It's like when you have a scratch on a DVD. Life is kind of going on, but really it's a malformed and unenjoyable mess. My life is simultaneously fast-forwarding and on pause. And to think this year had a cool ring to it. 2020. Maybe there were too many 20s. I mean, this is getting out of hand. Now there were two of them. I should have known something wasn't right from those science fiction movies. Nothing ever ends well when you add a clone into the mix. Like Christ, get your own identity for God's sake. If you're so reliant on the other 20, bad things are going to happen and you know it. Guess that's what this year gets for copying and pasting last century's Spanish flu. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this is flying away anytime soon. I think I feel a little better. Thanks, whoever this is. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time for our highest, most prestigious award. Every year, our panel of judges diligently watches, analyzes, and scrutinizes over each and every film. At the end of our festival, only one is chosen to stand out among the rest. I must say this year was incredibly difficult. So many emotionally riveting, heart-wrenching films. How can you choose just 1. Well, without further ado, I present the Holly Film Festival's award for Best Original Film to Desolation, written and produced by Allison Shepard.
What'd I tell you, baby? You had it in the bag. Your film was light years ahead of all the others.
Shut up, Chris. She got lucky. Don't let this go to your head, sweetie.
You deserve this, Ellen. No one can tell you otherwise. It's time to celebrate.
This is nothing. This means nothing. You are still nothing.
I don't know where to start. This is a dream come true. Thank you.
You're so adorable up there, like a little bunny caught in the headlights.
I could be so proud of you.
Fix your hair. Remember to smile.
I've never given one of these acceptance speeches before. I guess I'll start with thanking those who helped me get here. I want to thank my wonderful crew and cast, my fellow producers, my friends.
What am I, chopped liver?
My mom. This film was dedicated to my best friend, Sally.
They're going to think she was crazy. It was about you.
It wasn't about her. Sally was the happiest person I've ever met. Too much for this world, I guess.
Oh, Allie, we don't want to make everyone sad.
Now's not the time to plead for pity.
Anyway, this is the highest honor I've ever received. I'm overwhelmed with pride.
Get off your soapbox.
A few years ago, I never thought I could achieve something like this.
I always knew you had it in you. I always knew.
To make a film that raises such important questions, to have an impact on such a sensitive subject.
They don't care about your message. You did nothing.
An issue that's plagued me for years. It means a lot to me that people would even watch the whole film.
Stop it with the sappiness.
You're wasting time.
Ollie, you're doing great up there.
What you have to say is important. Don't listen to them.
It's hard to be alone with that emptiness, but it's important to know that you're never alone.
We're always
here.
There are always people, real people, who care or would care if you let them in.
You're making me look like a fool, sweetie.
You still have no one.
Keep going.
Despite all the desolation, there will always be someone. It's just a matter of where you look. Thank you.
This morning, it was raining. Yeah, like 2 mornings ago, and the day before, and the day before that. I had I had a lot of time to think, too much time. I didn't have the energy to do anything these past few days, these past few weeks, in fact. Even though I had all the time in the world, suddenly my perfect year was gone. My perfect year, the year, my year. Now it's just me in my room looking at pictures of people that I can see, I can talk to, I can't hug or feel. The only could have faced this as an opportunity with happiness, because isn't that my identity? What characterizes me? The smiley, positive girl. But why right now? Everything seemed so in place. It was working so well, better than I could have expected. But now it's not. Inside me, I know what I want to use this time for: to paint, to finish my book, or to write a dozen of songs. But I can't. What's stopping me? It's not laziness. I'm not a lazy person, am I? Then it clicked. There's nothing wrong. It's just a bump in the road. It will go away. It'll be fine. Isn't that what adults say? It's fine. It will be fine. Then I took my ukulele and repeated my favorite chord progression. I guess this is just a big event that's taking me out of my comfort zone. But like, wasn't I already out? I was discovering my passions, my virtues, and my defects. I was building that new me, that final identity that many of us struggle to find. But then a huge wave came and pushed me back to the shore. I was being really dramatic about it, so I realized this can't just be another brick on my identity wall. Make something great out of a difficult situation. And that's not only fine, that's wonderful.